Yeah, what's up, chat? How you guys doing today? Family, how are we doing today? How are we doing today? It's Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me, being here, taking the time out for the support is so appreciated, cared for, and loved. We're gonna be playing a little bit of COD, man. We're gonna be playing a little bit of COD. But before we get into that, let's just take a minute to be thankful for our week, man. Our weekend. How's everybody doing? What's going on in the chat? Yeah, I said we almost ready. We here. Yeah, man. I just want to stay consistent. Pop in. Stay tuned to the beta. There's a lot of shit going on with Xbox raising prices. There's some amazing things going on. Did you guys go see Taylor Swift concert? Are you guys Swifties? Taylor Swift's popping off at the AMC theaters this weekend only. Make sure you go see it. Check it out. If you are a Swifty, man, take your kids, take your daughter, take your son, take your Swifty. Date night, sing in the theater, get loud, music, popcorn, chocolates, pretzels, the whole nine, man. Have a good time if you're there. If you're not there and you're here at home, thinking about if you're gonna resubscribe to Game Pass or not, or whatever you're thinking about, thank you for being here. I got an orange. Just finished work. I don't know, a few hours ago, and yeah, wanted to come on and stream some games. First thing I want to do, let you guys, if my computer doesn't bite the bullet on me because I got so much going on, way too many clips. I feel like I got a Ruga. I got so many clips ready to go that I got to post. We'll go over that too. Let's check out the community on X. What's going on in the community? Yeah. Ghost of Yotai is streaming. Ghost of Yotai looks good. Yes, it is like what I felt like I said. I don't feel like I need to pull my punches or take anything away from what I said about Ghost of Yotai being a Ghost of Tsushima, kind of like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, right? They didn't revamp every single thing. They built on top of the original format and structure, but with a lot more. And I cannot wait to play this and get some clips off of it. This is going to be, I think this is going to be fun. I really enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima, played a lot of it. I did not finish the expansion, which was the other island, but I did play a lot of that game. And I thought that game was fun. Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer, man. Always doing amazing things for the community, with the Chase community. You know what I mean? These good peoples. Yo. See if he sees me before I keep going. AMD. Yeah, we streaming too. Shout out to you. We are taking over. Anyway, AMC to the moon, man. Let's comment some love. Comment some love. Always shout She's amazing, man. She's been giving away tickets just for taking pictures. If you go to an AMC and take a picture and post it, hashtag this right here, and you may win some goodies. This right here is a Web3 content market creator. If you've heard of Pump Fun and that type of community, they are live streamers with market caps. Basically, I mean that's just what it is. Live streamers with market caps, and people can buy and trade their tokens that they create. It's like what we used to call shit coins to a whole nother level. I mean, depending on who's behind it, it could be total shit. But these guys are doing really kind things. They're just giving money away right now, honestly, and lots of it to the thousands of dollars to streamers that are, one viewers and stuff. They're doing really kind things. The market cap's like 2.7 million. I think that all time high was like almost 5 million. They did really cool things. The news with EA is interesting. So EA is going private and they're selling the brand. So Madden's, your Battlefield, your think about EA, soccer games, all those FIFAs before they went to FC. Baseball, they did hockey, they did. Well, anyway, they're selling their whole stake. They're selling their business to Saudi Arabia, and Jared Kushner. He's in the mix. His company, maybe KRE Group. There's 3 buyers that are involved. 55 billion. It's going to be the biggest acquisition to date. Keep an eye out on that. I believe today, Mr. Beast, his 10-year video released of him talking to himself, basically saying like 10-year me. You know, it's crazy. Crazy how young he was to understand like the possibility. Straight foresight. Love him or hate him, he had the foresight to create his own games. Sir Sasquatch, shout out to you, my friend. Man, homie. I'm starting to see more people with masks on, man. Grim Hollywood's playing some COD. This is Battlefield. Not Battlefield. Black Ops 7. Yeah. Hollywood's funny. I like Hollywood. I like Hollywood. I think his mask is dope. Shout out to Hollywood. Maybe one day we'll connect. Let's see how big we get. Give him some love if you see him in the chat and you like his mask. Let him know Lord No Face sent you. The mind of youth are easily corrupted, which is why the corrupt played their propaganda to the youth. We were the youth. What the fuck happened to our minds? Yo, holding this mic is probably the worst idea ever because of how messy it is. I know you don't see me holding it. And you're like, what am I talking about? Probably it is what it is. But yeah, man, puppies. Love them. Sumo, man. He been going in. He been going in. Off the Grid, a Web3 game that is still going very strong. And that is just cursed. Oh, that is a cursed. I do not want that. That is creepy. Greg, gamma that shit yourself already. Rock it. What was he saying? Taylor Swift, thank you for bringing your business to AMC. We appreciate. Yeah, facts. Blade domestic charge for Friday, October 3rd. Damn. It's great. She's bringing like that's cool. This is one of those gotcha games that I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested. Kind of interested. Kind of interested. I don't know. I don't. My son's serving alongside troops who are out of shape or in combat units with females who can't meet the same combat arms, physical standards as men. The joke is on anyone who actually thinks his son would serve anything. Be fucking serious. Yeah, that's you got a point. I don't know, so I got to do my research, but there is a point in that when it comes to people who are sending people to war. Come to AMC theaters, man. Look at that. Look at that theater. I'll never feel bad about saving that. Like this is what it was about, man. Corruption couldn't stop that. They would have had us all home. Yeah. So here's some of the clips that I picked up. What's happening? What is happening? Oh, boys in the gym? Let's go. That's kind of how I like that black setup, man. I like that setup, Tim. It's cool. All right, well, I'm saying clips, right? So here's one that I got. This is just drummer cruising. I like this. I like the clip. It'd be great to have like just some motivational words here. Just let the clip run. Clip. This was one I was watching K-Sign last night. He was the guy that was doing all the DJing for Mafia Thon 3. He did like 28 days or 29 days or something like that. He was playing GTA, man. It just reminded me of classic GTA. It's like a classic GTA moment online where you just start popping off. He was just popping shit. It was funny. Let me make sure my audio's okay. What else? So this clip was cool because I actually invested in Lucid in 2022. Lucid was a stock. I thought that shit was gonna run too. It did run actually. It was well over 200% of what it is today. It was like $20 a share. Now it's like $3 a share. But I learned a lot about this company, and I believe it was black owned, or at least it was black owned. It may still be black owned. I need to do a little bit more research on that part. But this is like they were test driving the speed of a luxury vehicle. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see and hear and look in the insides and stuff. I need to take myself out there, do something like that for me. All right, y'all. Let's play some games, huh? Look at me just realizing you guys may not have been able to see. some of the things I was sharing about AMC. This was the emotional moment I was sharing. Seeing all these happy faces, young, old, black, white, all colors, all shapes, all sizes. That's what it should be about, man. This is what life should be. Ain't nobody beefing, ain't nobody upset. Yeah, there's a lot of similar interests, which makes this easy because it's in a vacuum, right? But still, peace, man. Being a part of a community that saved peace is cool. I'll take that. And I was just going through um, he's a cat. The cat's not going anywhere. He's keeping that shit, I'm telling you. Photo challenge. Yeah, I was saying off the grid. So this guy Jonah got really big. Even dropped his own NFT projects. I found him in 2021 when NFTs came up, and he was really promoting himself and building himself up. Did a great job in his own way. Um, I keep personal judgments to myself because I'm always judging me. So outside of any of that stuff, what he was able to do for his brand, I don't know how successful he's continued to be, but I mean, it's getting views. I don't know. Good dude though. Stock Whisper, interesting. I'm gonna just keep it moving. Finite. One thing I loved about watching the I Show Speed tour, which was brilliant. I know I did a lot of Mafiathon stuff because I wanted to catch those motivational speeches, but the I Show Speed shit was brilliant. I missed too much of it, so I'm gonna have to like kind of catch up and catch up and catch up. Because I was trying to do both, and I was able to catch some really cool moments. But um, outside of that, it was like a family trip. It was like watching a really comfortable family who was comfortable with each other and comfortable on camera and really knows how to keep their emotions at this point. Like it's just really cool, man. Shout out to that because that was also a beautiful thing to see. People across America just oh, yeah, I got enough of that. All right, congratulations. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So yeah, that's what we were doing. Another one. I can be on here forever, man. Just give this some love. Yeah, party. So thanks for being here, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for tolerating the stream. Oh wait, we gotta see somebody get smacked the fuck out. Hold on, hold on. All right, wait. Rewind. What happened? What happened? What happened? Okay, okay. This shit. When this shit started to come out, I was like, there is no way. And then I started seeing the faces. You start seeing the UFC faces. You start seeing the clips. You're like, oh, this shit ain't going nowhere. This is one of the craziest things we have created as a sport. And yeah, there's been a lot of crazy sports. And I know there's more crazier sports, but God, all right, ready? Brace yourselves. I dare you to have water in your mouth right now. Drink some water or drink some juice and just keep water in your mouth Tell me if you didn't spit it out after this clip. Oh, she already felt it. She felt it before it came. Do you see how the shoulders shrugged up? She felt the wind. She was like, oh, the aura. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Damn, yo, why you do this to yourselves? Humanity. You see? Look how high those shoulders are. She was ready. She was like, oh, she going. I don't know what pop. You must have popped some shit as a kid. I don't know. Something happened. She went back to middle school. This is what happens. This is what happens. All right. Let's take the speed down. Let's slow it down. Let's take Yo, y'all with me? Hold on. Y'all with me? I want to make sure y'all with me. Cause all right, you ready? We make sure. We make sure. We make sure. Okay, it's looking like we're ready. Yeah. Hold on, hold on. All right, all right. No one in the chat's telling me anything. Tell me about the volume, man. Let me know. Let me know. Help a brother out. I don't want you to miss what I'm laughing about. It's already insane enough, ain't it? All right, here we go. So we're gonna run at regular speed. We're gonna run regular speed first because I know some of y'all just seeing it because production. All right. All right, let's fucking do this thing. Here we go. All right, here we go. Boom. Roll the shoulders. I don't even think it was as hard as it was, but the shoulders. She was so scared of it. Ooh, and it hit the sweet. Nah, that shit was kind of hard, though. That shit was kind of hard. Yeah, did you get your water ready? Nah, hold on, hold on, hold on. I got my headphones on. Let me pull one of the headphones off because this shit. Yeah, bomba clutch. See, what did I tell you about cutting school? What did I tell you about cutting school? Ma, I told you I stopped cutting school, didn't I? No, sorry. Long get dread belt to ass. Okay, okay. That's one. Let's see how she do. Let's see how she do. Oh no, I think it's a timeout. You good. You good. You good. You good. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, she not good. She was definitely stumbling. She was real stumbling. All right. Off the grid. Off the grid. This is a W for Web3 right here. They've put it on consoles, they've put it on Steam, they've put it on Epic. This game is available everywhere. It's free to play. You don't even have to interact with the blockchain, but I think somehow you still do. If you play on consoles, you basically get most of the stuff unlocked. You don't have to worry so much about the game loop, I think, which is the only downside. I don't know if they fixed that. I haven't played Off the Grid probably a year. I should probably check it out. But the reason why I didn't play it is because playing it on console against mouse and keyboard was just brutal. I was getting my ass whipped, and it just wasn't fun. And I didn't have a team to build with, so that's why I didn't play it. But it is a fun game. The movement's really cool. The way that I used to fall and lose my legs, they fixed that. Um, the the traversal, the weaponry, the level of height, the depth, and the level of the map, the world map feels really big. There's enough cases to like really try to figure things out. You run with a good squad. The close combat gameplay gets really sweaty. It gets really sweaty. So I just got to get good. The entire industry has faced layoffs and price increases without a merger. Well, not Nintendo. Nintendo actually was hiring people during COVID. They were steadily actually they weren't really hiring. I would say they were just keeping their workforce as is, maintaining. Sumo Gino. Death Row. Ready or not. Nice. Shout out to Talil, man. Apparently, people were like hating on him for being happy. Nah, man, he happy, bro. It's good to see a happy black man in 2025, young like that, going hard, coming from the hood. Like New York, stand up. The devil made AI. I mean, probably had a hand in it. Definitely is going to use it for whatever evil causes it possible. And let's see how humanity works together. Better do a better job than COVID. That's all I gotta say. Humanity has to do a much better job than COVID. White Speed, yeah, White Speed is an interesting character, bro. Oh, he's stream hopping. White Speed stream hopping now. That's funny. It's like I see these guys as comic book characters. It's like Flash and Kid Flash now. It's fucking ridiculous. This shit's gonna evolve. Streaming's gonna evolve, man. Especially with the marketplace stuff going on. Like when, when those two places merge, it's gonna get really interesting. Is it gonna get ugly? Fuck yes, it's gonna get ugly. But it's also gonna get really interesting. Illuvium has been pushing their game for a while. They've changed it a lot. Um, that's loud. Fuck. How we doing? Y'all still with me? I don't think you have sound. Hold on. I'm right here. I'm gonna get the sound on this bitch right now. Yeah. Finally got the sound. Now we can put down. We can put down. Down with sound. Cool. Is this the video that he released to himself?
Five. It's 2015 for me right now. Dude, what if I'm dead? Dude, if I'm. Ooh, that would be weird. That'd be so weird. Rip. Dude, that'd be really weird. But so let's see. 10. Dude, if I don't have a million subscribers when you see this video, my entire life has been a failure. I hope I have a million subs.
Wow.
I better have a million subscribers when you guys see this. But by the time you see this, I'll have finished high school, gone to college, probably be doing YouTube as a job. Hopefully, maybe. Um, 10 years in the future. So you're gonna see this in 2025. It's 2015
Hmm.
for me right now.
I'd be interested in seeing the rest of the video. I'd be interested in seeing the rest of the video. I'd even be interested in actually sharing this video with my kid. Not so that he could be a YouTube creator, but so that he can think about how he thinks of his future self and frame it in a way where, like, my kid can learn and evolve and grow in a way that's not just being taught in a school, not just being taught in a curriculum, but giving them an understanding of like the possibilities. And then AI is not just created by the devil, right? Because what can my kid do with positive mindset and good possibilities? I mean, there could be a lot of good done in the world, and there will be. There still needs to be, you know. All right, so that was my just chatting segment. I think I need to do just chatting segments and shit, you know. So, I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. Figure out how to do that yet. Like, who would be on? Because I really just started watching streamers 5 years ago when I decided I wanted to kind of get in the ring, not as a streamer, but as a content creator overall. I wouldn't call myself a streamer. I'm just using it as a way of getting ideas to clip and things like that, and share my ideas and stuff. So yeah, so this clip will not load, probably because I have way too much going on. Let's go here. Just chatting. All right. Now let's go play some games. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. Figure out how to do that yet. Like who would be on? Because I really just started watching streamers 5 years ago when I decided I wanted to connect them. Not as a streamer, but as a content creator overall. I wouldn't call myself a streamer. I'm just using it as a way of getting ideas to clip and things like that. And ideas. Yeah, so this clip will not load, probably because I have way too much going on. Go here. All right. Now let's go play some games. This is a much better mic. Much better mic. Switch into couch. Also, I get a nice screen that I can put my console on in my office. I'm gonna play in my nice stand. What up, Twitch? Sorry, I know y'all been just sitting here for a long time, but since chat's real active, I want to say hi. Thanks for being so active, chat. Thanks for being so active. We've been noticing that people have been getting kind of the better of us a little bit. We need to figure out customs. We also noticed that this gun is OP as hell. Oh my god, the shotgun is ridiculous. And so we have to build on it because we don't want to be that guy that doesn't have it. Also, shotgun and sniper, I haven't really rocked the marksman yet. Cloak is very OP depending on what we're playing. I think cloak shotgun combo is just nasty. Clusterfuck. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah. Kaye, motherfucker. I haven't tried Eco Unit. Oh, that's the hologram. I think the hologram works on certain maps. Hologram could be good for like specific maps for sure. I don't think I stream with the. Definitely stream with the drone. I'll keep the drones. I think this one, I've been using this a ton. We'll try. Maybe we can get clip. Axe off split. if we could get somebody to play with us. Oh, they took out the. They must have taken out the capture the flag. I did play a hell of a lot of that though. What happened? Capture the flag. Yo, what's good, home? It's sweaty, bro. It's sweaty. If this is your first game, I'd use default weapons just so that you don't get like overwhelmed. And then go to your custom. You know what I mean?
Deploying point turret.
Ooh, I got one over here.
Tagging enemy.
Nope, nope, behind.
Hostile mover.
Can I get there? Can I get there? Can I get there? Behind me. Get along.
Down and out. Triggering active camo.
Got him.
Stim administered.
Oh, that's two. Throw my X. Where are these guys? Am I gonna get another one? It was a risk. Nah, this is crazy. What am I doing? Whoa, come on, one shot. I was trying to catch it on the corner. Pickable.
Point turrets live.
Ah. Ah. Off the wall, bro. Jump off the wall. Wall, bro. Jump off the wall. Boom shakalaka. Where you at? Ah, shouldn't have turned around. Ah, I can't shoot for shit. God, come on here somewhere. How are they not coming from this one of these sides? What is happening?
Move to there.
Alright, come on. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, it's my guy. Nope, still my guy. What? How many people are playing? No wonder. I'm over here doing freaking acrobats and shit. 2 people playing.
take it. I might as well just. Catch this is gonna be hilarious. Omni movement. Look at how omni my movement is. Shout out to the two that didn't leave. And their KD's not bad. He's 27.
If they'd known the odds, they would have stayed home.
Two, shit. Two against that's just. Oh, yeah. I just started to lay down. I was like, I'm good with my 12. I'll chill.
Oh, where'd that smile go, asshole?
Incoming flashback!
camo deployed. Let him rot. Too easy. Bye. Moving with active camo. You deviate from the plan, and that's what you get.
That was a masterpiece, that last one. I still was positive, but man, that was a masterpiece.
That's a tango!
I was too busy looking out the window. I didn't think I was gonna kill him. Perfect.
Confirming kill.
Oh gosh, that scope was. Yeah, he was scoped out. He was like, nah, bro, that shit was crazy. Oof, on the floor. Threw my legs out. That's it right here.
Enemy
Long.
pinpoint.
It's long though. Need that to be a lot shorter. Behind, three behind, three on us. Use my measure. Lost it too. Stupid. Oh no! Red, that's red, that's red.
Enemy cluster.
I'm gonna get low. I was gonna get low.
We're back again in the next round in your fucking brain. Tagging enemy. Marking target location. Threat eliminated. Semtex front. EM.
Oh, I fucking come on. Almost! Oh no!
Enemy member. Good effect. Cluster.
Where is it? Back to focus on house. Focus on my point. Too distracted. Oh shit, wrong shit. Oh, got it! Got it! Watch, got it. Boom! Axe off the wall. Clip that.
drone pod working.
I should have waited. I was trying to see if I could get some crazy lucky shit. Hey, two upstairs. This is all scattered. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna try to do. Some crazy shit.
Amateur. Injecting stim.
On the floor. Ooh, got that.
Frag.
Oh, sidewalk. Oh, I just ran. Fucking thing.
Hostile mover. Deploying drone pod. Planting a fucking brain. Semtex. Pinpoint incoming.
Let's go.
Incoming cluster.
No. That's it. Oh my god, let's go, team.
Eyes on hostile Semtex. Let him rot.
I should have looked down the window. I keep forgetting to look down the window. Oh, I try to go up and over. It's too slow. A lot of grenades. Oh, damn. Cannot do that again. I don't know. I thought that was one of mine. I thought that was one of my guys.
Incoming cluster.
Oh. Left him a little present though.
Cover me.
took him. Okay, we'll get back to where.
Incoming cluster! Man was shite, effort was worse. Target in the open!
That's what they did. They had it as a separate mode, but now they joined all the modes together. Notice one thing though, chat? I'm not doing any. This is a monster. That's crazy. Let's go super soldier. Hacked? I could get hacked? There's a hack skill? What? Oh my goodness. And the ability to earn score streaks in the same way. Yeah, re-earn score streaks. You can double up? Oh my god. That's why people got, yo, what? That's crazy. Alright, handguns are getting bigger. Alright. Definitely showed off the ghosts. Just need a little more firepower. That's too fast. Launchers, standard. Alright, this one. That other launcher didn't really do nothing for me. That look. Look, zoom. I'll see if I like it. I might not. Alright. See if we can actually get some score streaks on the board. What's the difference? Open mosh pit, classic matches where skills. Mosh pit features team deathmatch, kill confirm, domination. These skills are. There's no map. After this match, I gotta run and deposit a check, which is a great thing. I've been planning.
Next target. Tagging enemy.
Oh, missing. Oh, I'm gonna have to tap that.
Tagging went on your fucking day. Deploying hostile. Rounds in your hostile mover.
Ah! The handgun. Two. Ah, bounce. Too bouncy. I gotta figure out how to put this thing on this thing.
Target location.
starting to juice up.
Incoming frag! Enemy sniper working! Bagged him!
Ching.
Incoming cluster! Over there! Marksman there!
That feels cheap. I know I got stuff on the floor, so I can't. It's really stuff.
Not the chuff now, are you?
Upstairs. I didn't realize that they had so much lead on us.
Sending it. Spotted enemy echo.
On the bottom, orange, just sitting there.
Point turret's online.
Oh, that's the decoy.
Enemy sniper working.
Dang, I didn't look at the steps. Alright, I'm desperately trying to get this hard point, and I'm losing mad lives.
You deviate from the plan, and that's what you get.
Yeah, y'all pushing hard as fuck. That shit got crazy. Good game.
I'm failing the ribbon now. Incoming pinpoint. Team kicks front.
Damn, that shit's. Oof. What I was playing for this. Ah, it's the same spot all the time. That was not my bad. Off behind warehouse. Yeah. I know what I need.
Attacking enemy. Hostile attacking waypoint.
reloading and staring at somebody shooting at you sucks. That fucking sucks. Why are those doors open now? They're like steady open because they give away too much.
Loading the drone pod.
Enemies have destroyed your drone pod. Flagged by enemy action.
Two coming upstairs. Where we at? Trying to go up. Trying to go up. Damn, that UAV brought me right to it. Come on, let's get those.
Eyes on enemy grenade.
Sorry. Oh shit, dog.
Bringing drone pod online.
More in the hallway.
Take out that dog.
What? Ghosts, bro. Ghosts. Fucking ghosts in the shell type shit. That shit's crazy.
Enemy pinpoint.
Sniper. Felt like a bot running out that shit. Fuck. Slow this way.
Suck effort. We got our
Rough one
asses
for
kicked
me.
there.
That was a rough one.
Grincha.
Boys probably. Oh, try that first go out.
Tagging enemy.
Watch that. It's much quicker. Everybody's faster. This is something. Screw something up with graphics. Face is in the face. I think I need something for the team. White's not helping at all. Testing is to be. That's not done. Man. Is this helping or hurting? Helps the angle, slowing the camera movement. Need those two buzzers. Here and oh, look at that. So people are really dialing it in. Think about how much people are dialing it in now. They're probably dialing this shit in crazy. Look at this. They probably are dialing it in crazy. These things, snipers pulling all these. I don't even have any of that. That shit's just normal. An assist. Wow. Don't have it on. Okay. Alright, what else is going on? What am I trying to look at? I was trying to look at the what's in the weapon blurb. If it was an off-field division, that they filled on, yeah, for sure. Because that helps me. Yes, I'm just gonna turn that off. I don't know what that is. Adjust the strength of the probability. Contrast. Get super strong, see what happens. I want all the facility for dog. I'll run one more. I'm hungry though. This underground makes this thing super slow. Use it much of it. Yeah.
That's a tango!
What's stupid? What happened? What happened? Are you playing with a default or are you playing with like what are you using?
I'm taking.
Hostile mover! Starting capture!
I got one on speed. Looking for B. Door inside the little. What do you call that? What the fuck do you call that? Window on B. You motherfucker. He's coming. Take this shit. Having this bitch all on myself.
Objective capture is a go.
Ow. Peace. Oh, cool. Copy. Copy. What do you think about the game so far? Outside of the bullet TDA shit. Yeah. Use. Copy. Clearing B. It's a lot sweatier than Fortnite in some ways. In some ways. Fortnite can get real sweaty though. Upstairs on C.
Enemy movement. Hostile drone body's gone.
On for B. And on B. Upstairs on our side upstairs. Corner is crazy though. You're right. The corner is. He was sitting on the steps, just laying there. That 3D gun is out, where you can shoot through walls. I just got shot by it.
Hostile grenade.
Yeah, shit shoots right through fucking walls, bro. Oh, sorry. That was our ball. Fuck it. Sit up close. Pushing B. He's laying down on by our A. He's laying down by our A. Fucking spawn camping. Shit. I'll back you up. Right behind you. Looking at window.
Hostile marking target location.
I'm down. Nice job moving me down, though. That was a good move. Moving to that shit was dope.
You were number 1 on my list.
Alright. One. B's on the move. Back upstairs.
Enemy.
Enemies have destroyed your drone pod.
Are we here? That's what's up. Yep, we getting aggressive now, motherfucker. What's up? That was good. Down by 1 point, 2 points. We got it. We got lead. I'm going. Window and C. Watch C if they bring it back up. They're pushing. Nice. I'm pushing around back. Oh, sniper. Sniper on Skybridge. Is that Skybridge? No. Scaffolding. Sniper on scaffolding. Heads up. He's there. Scaffolding clear. Pushing C. Oh shit, I'm good. Checking B. No way I didn't get that back.
Cover me. Taking the objective.
That's crazy. What are they shooting me with that I'm not shooting them with? Downstairs on you. Running. Good shit over there. B's getting busy.
Engaging target.
No way. One on my X outside. They're looking for A.
Marking hostile.
We're down by 10. He's right over there. I'm just feeding this nigga kills. Sorry, Squirrel. That is true though. Nice seat tape. Yeah, we flip.
Fuck! I hate fucking losing!
I don't even know your name, bro. But GG's.
Next. That's our ledger balanced.
I gotta figure out the weapons, the layout, and the guns. There's something definitely something I'm missing. They're beating me to a pixel. Beating me by just a pixel. Where is it? I have to work on this. I don't think it's SMG. Let's see, I should have looked. Hold on. Go on desktop chat. I'm on desktop.
That's right, man. One day, bro. One day. One day. Or maybe not. Either way, it's still gonna be a fun ride, man. I don't do links. Don't put links in the chat. Don't do links, bro. Simply because I'm not trying to get hacked by nobody. So that link. Don't click the links in the chat. Um, thank you guys so much for enjoying the show. We still got more to go. We've been playing for about 2 hours. Okay. I have about an hour and a half more that I want to stream. Um, but we're gonna take a little break. Let's go check out what's going on and so figure out what's going on while we are running a little. We're gonna do some
Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, 10 things AAA games need to bring back. Starting off with number 10, bring back taking risks with the
and then no one buys the game, and then they go to zero because PlayStation spent 400 million on a 10-year game that no one liked. It's a risky business, bro. Revisiting the greatest COD campaign, Call of Duty 4. The Act Man got 21K viewers. Cool. Um, this is funny.
Do not pay somebody to build you a
You know,
Shopify store because I'm going to do it free with 20 handpicked products by myself and my expert team and professional.
This YouTuber just scammed his fans for about $100,000, and then his sponsor claimed he was dead while he claimed he had been arrested by the Saudis. Now, to be clear, there's still a lot we don't know. The YouTuber is a guy named Lord Miles.
Oh God! See, this is why. Let's see if it's got anything to do with Web3.
He's best known for going to Afghanistan and apparently being captured by the Taliban and then later getting set free. He's known for these outrageous stunts, and his latest is a 40-day water fast in the desert where he has created a Poly Market, and the official Poly Market account has been heavily engaging and promoting it. If you don't know, Poly Market is a place where you can bet on various events. You can see it says breaking, Lord Miles has restarted his 40-day fast in the desert. Less than 50% chance he makes it through. And people put real money on this. That's what I really have to emphasize to you guys. There's all sorts of rules to this. There's money on the line. You can see there has been $14 million of betting volume on this wager. And for a while, you know, it was low odds. And as the challenge went on, it seemed like people got more confidence in Miles. Of course, suddenly then you see it drop off a cliff after he vanished. And people didn't know where he was, only to find out later that he was claiming to have been dead/imprisoned. Now, future Steven here, I've got to say, I've now been in touch with Miles right before I released this video. I gave him a chance to comment. He extensively talked to me, well, not him, a friend. Supposedly, they're saying he really is in jail, and Miles gave me a statement. First, he said, you need to wait 6 months till I get out. And I said, I'm not going to wait for you. I don't even know if you are actually detained or not. And subsequently, they did get a response from Miles. I'm going to read that in a second. But first, I want to lay out the context, and then I'll give you his side of the story. To be clear, he denies scamming people, and he says, yes, very much. He has been set up. It's all a big setup. So, you know, we'll put our Scooby-Doo mystery hats on in a bit here, but we're going to go through the basics now, and then I'll come back and talk with you in a bit. Basically, how it worked is the guy would live stream himself in the desert for a while. He was sponsored by someone named Duel. We will get into them a bit later. But he essentially tried to live stream himself 24 hours a day for 40 days to prove that he was not doing anything other than drinking water. That's what a water fast is. And right from the jump, he addressed the very serious conflict of interest problem, where why wouldn't you just bet on yourself and lose the challenge, right? If you have a betting market on something like this, seems like he has an unfair conflict of interest. And he addressed this and said, one, he wasn't allowed to bet on himself, and that, yes, maybe his friends were betting on him, but, you know, he doesn't really know.
Did you bet on yourself on Poly Market? No, I'm not allowed. Betting on yourself is a very bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm doing well financially right now. I don't need to 10x my money or something. I'm not in that position.
Have you ever heard it before? That's the classic. I don't need the money. That's why I wouldn't do it. Now, he also addresses the idea that, you know, you could just set up sock puppet accounts and bet on yourself in one way or another.
But yeah, people were like, oh, why aren't you betting yourself on Poly Market? You can do it using alt accounts. I know my friends are betting me on Poly Market because they basically get like updates from me personally, and I just tell them, hey, I'm doing just fine.
So yeah, that's the basics. He claims he can't bet on himself. Later, he's sleeping or something. And I think he probably just faked this too. I don't really know if he's actually sleep talking here, but he appears to address the haters in his sleep, address the idea that maybe he's cheating. You can decide if you think this is authentic or not.
Bloody Poly Market cycle thing. Ruined my reputation for like 20k. Fools, idiots.
I don't know if that's the world's greatest Freudian slip where he's trying to, you know, give little clues to the plan here. But yeah, he talks about ruining his reputation in his sleep. He also pretty aggressively was like going against the people who were betting against him. He was...
I mean, yo, all right. I fucking hate scammers, bro. Scammers, my life. Who knows if you want to hear about this again? You probably have heard this before if you're here and you've been around. Or you may never have heard this before because you don't know who I am. So let me introduce myself to the world. Let me clear my throat. Oh, one more joint. My name is Lord No Face. I value privacy. That's why I wear the mask. It's a smile. It's a creative grin from my childhood, back when Alice in Wonderland and all those things were drawn by pencil. And I've been a part of communities online for a while now, and um, they've given me a place to stand and speak, and so I'm doing more of that. Thank you for being here on my journey. We look at all sorts of things that entertain me in my pastime, whether it's music. I definitely want to listen to some music with you guys. I see if I can get some permission to see if I can stream it. If I get permission to stream it, then I'll see if I can. There's some heavy metal music I've been listening to from September Morning, NFT project slash, not really a project, a music career on the blockchain is more like what I should say it is. With art and creativity and tokens that you can collect for unique, fungible, non fungible asset accessibility. I'm no KOL, but that should sound close. So yeah, shout out to September Morning for that and who they are and what they brought to the table. Stevie Williams is another community that I got into with Scapes and what they brought to the table. Right now, their focus is more on clothing and the NFC blanks, where you can have a tag, and on your tag, you could have your link tree. If you're like a producer, or say you're a politician, you could have tag of your party line and your website and your information. And NFC blanks is a very interesting way. These tags have been around, but you put that with Stevie Williams and his ability to do distribution and understanding the industry, and that community has some legs. Love to see us take advantage of that as a community and build community together. Um, Moreover, I like talking about things I watch, especially movies in theaters. I think the best way to watch a movie and the most memorable way to watch a movie is in the theater with your family. I still remember what my children looked like when we took them to see Super Mario Brothers, and they all had their clothes and their hats and their cousins, and everybody was somebody. You know, Princess Peach was my little niece, and little Prince Faceless was, Luigi, and Mario was his cousin, and it was a great moment. And we got buckets, and we got things to remember that moment, and it's in our photos, it's in our minds, it's in our hearts, and it'll be with us forever. And that's important: creativity and mastery, and making memories. Because money doesn't matter as much as we want to believe it does. All this stress is artificially created. Man is creating artificial stress, like GMO, pumping it into our veins. And we're getting less and less close to nature, and more away from even unity. And I hope one day we can unite again. And I know we will unite again. And I've seen so many times us uniting that I believe it's it's not an American thing. It's not a regional thing. It's humans are designed in this very complex way. And if we bring it down to just raw animalistic belief system, there's a side of us that are conquerors and competitors. And we celebrate that even to this day. You seen how hard that chick got slapped in the face? That was $100 million slap, or maybe $100,000 slap, but she competed for it. She got what she expected. You know what I mean? So let's get back to this real quick.
Always making a bunch of comments that led a lot of his followers to believe he was all in. In fact, he said that he had been offered money in order to throw the challenge for the people, I suppose, that were betting against him finishing this whole thing.
Someone on Polymarket has DM'd Morgan on Instagram and offered $30,000 for me to end the challenge around my birthday. They said, eat the birthday cake, don't worry about it. we are a little secret. This is my personal decision if I should end the fast. No food! No! No! Ah!
So yeah, I don't know if it's such a good idea to admit that people are secretly offering you deals to take this, especially when there was so much confusion around the challenge. There was, you know, entire periods of time where he's off camera for like several minutes at a time, claiming that he was taking a shower, but whatever, you know, fake challenge or not, obviously eventually he just disappears from the challenge, and there has to be a story about what ultimately happened to him. So this is where we come back to Duel. If you remember, that's the people who sponsored him in the challenge. You can see their logo back here, and you can see the CEO of Duel, Monarch, who has been featured on Coffeezilla before, saying, Duel decided to sponsor Lord Miles for his desert fasting bet with Polymarket. My team just informed me that his death is confirmed.
Damn it, his name is
A few
Lord
hours ago,
Miles?
fell into a
No!
coma after hospital staff gave him glucose IV without his consent. I hope he's at peace wherever he is. And they gave a rip Lord Miles. So for a while, people genuinely thought this guy was dead, and that was the reason that he had kind of abandoned the market. Of course, it was also strange that around this time, Lord Miles' tweets had gotten privated, and his videos had also gotten privated. If you go to his channel, it said the channel had 0 videos, whereas previously he had all the live streams of him, you know, in the tent and whatever. But then we hear a contradiction from Lord Miles himself. He says that Miles has been detained by Saudi intelligence on false charges from an American who created several fake reports to a bribed corrupt journalist in order to make money on Polymarket. Guys, you'll never believe the corruption on this betting market that he's in. He says, quote, we are aware that someone who bet on the no option on Polymarket has bribed a journalist to put out fake news about Miles, manipulating the Saudi police so that they would detain him and to investigate potential terrorist ties. He has spent 2 weeks without seeing sunlight and remains in custody. His communication is limited, but he will try to give updates on his situation. Now, that's obviously pretty serious. Thank goodness he's not dead, like they said, but you see here that it says last edited at 3:55 p.m. Well, if you go to the earlier copy of this tweet, obviously he's in, you know, Saudi custody, so there's no way he could have written this tweet.
This sounds to me like if he's telling the truth. You ever seen people get swatted? This is like an extreme swatting situation. If he's telling the truth, because it has to do with streaming and him being live and him being accused of things he didn't do, and then being in custody, and the Saudi police ain't gonna play like the American SWAT team does. And that's even extremely scary. If you've ever seen a streamer get swatted, it is messed up, man. It is not cool. I think it's pretty sad that that's a thing and that's a joke and that's funny to people. If he's not telling the truth, then this is a crazy story that he made up, and that's insane too.
But in the tweet, it says, so they would detain me.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
So later, detain me is changed to detain him. Surely there's nothing going on there, guys. It's completely legitimate. It's not Miles writing this the whole time. And then after this, we have a bizarre update from Miles, where he claims that he was forced to eat in the hospital by the police. Supposedly, he did not eat for a total of 34 days and was forced to by police. He wouldn't have done it otherwise. And yet, once again, we see the claims that people were making their no bet against Miles, and that's why he was detained, in order to stop him from his ruthless finishing of this challenge, right? Even there were people like Column, I guess that's a friend of his, who claims that they had confirmation and contact that Miles was detained by his Saudi's Majesty's pleasure. No charges. It seems to be the result of bad actors providing false info to get him detained to rig the outcome of the Polymarket stream. Now, that's a pretty interesting story. You know, he was forcibly detained. The sponsor thought he was dead. I mean, this is quite the story. That poor Miles, you know, here he was turning down $30,000 from people, and poor guy, he just was forced to eat. So I wanted to actually do some tracing of this, and it turns out that some other people had found that Miles has previously posted his Ethereum address, which we can use to trace all of his activity. So that's his Ethereum address right there, OX213. That'll become important in a second. Because remember how we said he was offered $30,000 to quit the challenge? Well, at one point, he talks about actually getting sent $16,000, which is pretty interesting.
Some guy was meant to pay me 16K today. Let's see if it's come through.
Now, I find that very interesting because around that time, we see the Lord Miles Ethereum address get paid $16,000 during his fast. Now, pay attention to the time. This is at 3:53 UTC time on the 17th. Well, less than an hour later, Lord Miles sends 15,000 of those dollars to this address, OX613, who then sends $14,000 an hour later to this relay solver, which is a bridge on Polymarket, to OXDE1. Now, that account is very important because that's an account that has made $61,000 on an account titled Money, Money, Please. I want to make money. I hate my job. And most of his money has come from a bet on Lord Miles not finishing the 40-day water fast. You can see he's profited $60,000 by betting against Miles to finish this. Now, isn't that interesting? Lord Miles is sending money to the same address, which is betting against him. But let's make this even more concrete because I traced yet another transaction. Once again, this is Lord Miles' Ethereum address sending $9,000 in Tether to this OX613. And that account then sends $9,000 to this relay solver. It's a bridge to Polygon. Then the same day, you can see the same day, literally 7 seconds later, this account gets basically $9,000 minus a few bucks in fees for the bridge. And then that account puts a bunch of bets on Polymarket. Now we can actually see those transactions lining up perfectly with the bets made by this Money, Money, Please account. We see that in his activity tab, we see him betting a series of bets. The first one for $2,000, we see $2,000 here, $500, $500, $1,000, $1,000, $54.85. Guys, it's clear cut. The blockchain does not lie. Lord Miles was secretly placing bets against himself to not finish a water fast while participating in a water fast and pushing all his followers to bet on him. Meanwhile, then he's got this big story about he was detained by Saudi police.
He's I mean, that's pretty damn obvious. That's why I like the blockchain. That's why I think smart contracts. That's why I believed in NFTs. I mean, that's why I saw this future vision, just like someone seeing YouTube and then doing a video for his 10-year-old self, right? 10 years later in 2025, I'm going to see this and have 1 million subscribers type thing. This stuff has value that's not just monetary value, that if you've learned how to move, and he just used Etherscan. He just used the Etherscan website, was able to grab his wallet, trace the address, keep it in sync, follow the numbers. It's not that hard to look it up once you know what you're looking for. It gets harder when you're scammed and that gets sent to Tornado Cash or something like that and gets split up, and even that becomes harder. And to trace it into like a hard wallet that then has distributed it because it has 1,000 different addresses, or I mean, so we're not sitting here saying the blockchain is the easiest thing to understand. It's not rocket science, but it is cryptography, which is an interesting way to bring back what the ancient Egyptians used to do with the walls and the hieroglyphics. So yeah, it's wild. This story is bananas. Let's finish it up and see what his perspective is.
In order to stop him from finishing his bet. And of course, his sponsor is claiming that he died. To say this is gross and manipulative and disgusting is an understatement. I've never really seen anything like this. All for basically $100,000. I also wanted to add that Lord Miles had also launched a pump fund at the same time, and he claimed publicly to have made $31,000 there. That plus the $16,000, which he got sent supposedly, about $100,000 All brought to you by Polymarket. Now, I think Polymarket should refund everyone. I think it's insane to have people bet on this thing, which clearly is rigged. But okay, that's my side of the story, seeing things from the outside. Now it's time to give the devil his due and give Lord Miles his side of the story, or at least the guy who's running his account right now, because I asked for comment for this whole story, and a guy named a COD secretary contacted me on behalf of Miles. This is the same guy who claims that he kept silent about it until he had confirmation and contact. He claims that he can confirm Miles is not dead, but is detained at his Saudi Majesty's pleasure. We saw that a bit earlier. And this is the guy who supposedly is running Miles's account in his absence. Remember, supposedly Miles was detained in order to get him to lose the bet. I spoke extensively to this guy, and he gave me two things. One, he sent me a screenshot of an email where he said it proved that Miles was indeed imprisoned or detained. The red is where I have made redactions, and the gray, he made redactions. It says, "Dear Column, thank you for the email. We are aware of the below and following up with Miles and the authorities regarding this. As soon as we have an update, we will share with blank, who is the single point of contact, and it's some kind of casework manager for Saudi Arabia." I don't know, take that for what it is. I asked for the full email. It was not provided. But they told me, look, you need to wait until Miles is out of detainment, which could be 6 months from now, they claim, in order to report on this. I said, I'm not going to wait. You need to give me a statement for Miles right now. And somehow they managed to do that, even though he's detained. And so they said these accusations are somewhat understandable from a suspicious person, but upon interrogation, they make no sense. On the question of abusing your followers to make 60K, this makes little sense for Miles for a number of reasons. Miles does plenty of business. YouTube isn't the main business. It's advertising for him. The main source of income is mining and exporting from Afghanistan, such as Osama bin Laden's car, which is currently being exported valued at $1.2 million. Okay.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline. The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what most
I don't know what to say about that. Miles faces no charges regarding related to crypto, but a lie that he has relations to terrorism and now is in a room with 16 people and no windows in very subpar conditions. You can be detained for up to 6 months without charge, which is not worth 60K. Additionally, if Miles wanted to throw the fast, he would have done it closer to 40 days, as the multiplier would have been much higher. The accounts being referenced belong to an Afghan national. So I sent them the crypto accounts. I said, hey, I put together this graphic for you guys. You know, basically Miles sent all this money and then it immediately got invested in the no. They're not denying that. They're saying that belongs to an Afghan national who helps Miles transfer money. Thanks to international sanctions, Afghanistan is under crypto is ideal, and this gentleman helps with this. I don't know what kind of gentleman he is. The guy who owns this account bet against Miles. Okay, so they're not denying that someone bet and made a bunch of money. They just seem to be admitting, yeah, that's true. It was funded by Miles, but it's just a guy who helps him. I guess they're denying that Miles knew anything because Miles apparently makes so much money exporting Osama bin Laden's car or something. Quote, he wonders if the account has been active since his arrest. As he's in jail, he has no access to his electronics. Again, I don't know if he's in jail, and truthfully, I don't know. I keep asking for photos, something, some kind of statement. I've sent emails to people in authority trying to figure out, like, is this real, is it not? I can't find out one way or the other. I've given you all the evidence they've given me. They say someone knew Miles' location and they realized how much they can make off Miles if they dox him, so they did. He imagines how this looks, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes and would ask you that you not trample his reputation whilst he's in jail and unable to defend himself. If you want, Miles offered you to go to Saudi Arabia to see Miles in jail. He added, you are more than welcome to speak with Miles afterwards, as he's a big fan of yours. We've seen it before. They're a fan of CoffeeZilla. Look, I'm not going to fly to Saudi Arabia. My name's not Bill Burr. That's not going to happen. Because first and foremost, I don't think there's any need for me to fly out to Saudi Arabia. There has to be another way to show the fact, to confirm the fact that he is really being detained. Because if he is in jail, like, maybe I get arrested. But I also don't think,
like, all you need is a picture.
Know what's going on. What I do know is that Miles sent money
and even that wouldn't be legitimate. You need like a confirmation
from the mysterious disappearance.
You need a confirmation from the Saudi Arabian government.
Got paid 16K. It looks a little too suspicious to me. As I said, I'm going to give them their side of the story. I'm going to tell you what they're claiming. I don't find it credible personally, but strange things happen. Maybe it'll all come out that Miles was indeed targeted
Japanese are starting to realize what? At this rate, Japan might disappear. This may sound dramatic, but it's already happening. 25-year-old Japanese living alone in Tokyo. I used to fully support immigration because I thought diversity would make the world more interesting. I think diversity does make the world more interesting, but the whole world doesn't.
I'm gonna just not. I don't want to ruffle any feathers with that type of shit. I'm looking forward to this.
Feel back to its roots with large.
If you want to know my opinion on that, you can pay me on Patreon or something. I don't know.
We're one of the only social media agencies that guarantees 1 million views, or you don't even pay. But honestly, that is just kind of what we say from our
others and having conversations.
Battlefield 6 is taking Battlefield back to its roots with large-scale warfare. Set on giant maps where infantry, armored vehicles, and aerial warfare collide. Despite simplifying and taking some cues from previous fan favorites like Battlefield 4, there's actually a lot to learn about the latest iteration of this game. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanks 10 details
I'm really
you
excited
need
about
to
this. I think Battlefield. I'm playing COD and I'm like in the loop of it or whatever, but I'm already like, yeah, I know what this is. Like this is just a lot more of the same. This didn't feel that way to me. I don't know.
versatility.
Here's
For
the
example,
classes.
support is both the support and medic class in this game, giving you the ability to drop ammo, crates, and defib allies for a quick revive. Engineers come equipped with anti-vehicle weapons like rocket launchers, so they're not just guys with big wrenches. Assaults get enhanced mobility and the ability to carry an extra primary weapon, while recon, they're the snipers with one incredible class ability. Those are called field specs in this game, and they add some of that specialist flavor to your classes. They're easy to miss on your first session. Field specs, they're almost the real classes in Battlefield 6. These determine your playstyle because every class has two different field specs. Engineers can field spec as combat engineers and anti-vehicle specialists. Supports can field spec as field medics or fire support. And recon field specs as snipers or pathfinders that focus on finding targets. You know, the guy that holds the laser and everything comes raining down on what the laser's on. That. You'll get access to the same weapons and gear, but field specs give new passive or active abilities that really make you shine. These field specs, they do level up, and as they do, you'll unlock new abilities that you need to keep in mind for both sides. For example, combat engineers can auto-repair vehicles that they're piloting, and snipers gain a passive that blocks revive on headshots. Frontliners, they get a second adrenaline syringe. Knowing your abilities can completely change how you approach situations, so obviously it's important too. At number 9, support is probably the best beginner class. Support's probably the best playstyles for beginners and veterans alike, because immediately it's instantly useful for helping your squad. Support is your Battlefield 6 medic class, but it is more versatile here. You don't need to be a sweaty pro gamer to play this class. You don't need to shoot anybody even. As support, you can focus on helping your team with the defib tool, or you can drop ammo crates, keep the squad supplied. Support also uses an LMG, which is a newbie-friendly weapon, at least if you stay out of extreme close combat. Sticking near your squad is where support shines, and one of their best abilities is something you might not even know about. Support can carry players and revive them out of the kill box. I mean, anyone can carry bodies, but supports get the most play because of their healing abilities. Not that you absolutely need to carry bodies, because support can revive instantly with the defib. There's two modes for the defib paddles, might I add. You can tap to give a quick recharge, revive down allies with 50% health, or you can hold the paddles to fully charge them and revive with 100% health. That extra health is essential, so make sure you're not only doing quick revives in combat. Don't forget to stick around and wait for your support to revive you either. It saves team tickets and helps your support get more XP. They're already swimming in easy XP, to be fair, because of their super useful skills, but it's always better to get revived than to respawn. It's also always better to subscribe to GameRanks, which as it turns...
It's also better to subscribe to. Doing too many things, man.
It's so. You want customers from ads much cheaper and the scale much.
I want to.
Let's talk about Sora 2. Boo. Let's talk.
Boo. Whether you're into creepy. Boo.
Whoa, look at that face. Floating all sky high. Look at that. Hello. That's an interesting looking thing. That's cool. It's wild looking. Isn't that wild looking? That's fucking wild looking. What is happening?
Excuse me. Hi. I just want to say I think you're very beautiful. Tú eres muy hermosa.
Gracias.
De nada.
You dropped something there. I'm just joking. You dropped my jaw when I saw you.
Gotcha, bitch!
Excuse me. Sorry, I have a question. Is it pink?
I'm sorry?
Is it pink? Like, your dress? 'Cause, I don't know, I'm kind of one.
Yeah.
It's pink?
Yeah, it's fake.
Hello. Are you famous?
No.
I've seen you on TV.
Huh?
I've seen you on TV, somewhere on social media.
I'm not famous, I
You're
swear.
famous. What's your Instagram?
Excuse me. Excuse me, can I pet your dog? So cute. Is it a boy or a girl? A boy?
Yeah, his name's Louis.
Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, she dropped the shit. Sit here.
Aww. I did grab these.
You did. You deserve it, honestly. What's your name?
I'm Kiana.
Nice to meet you. Excuse me.
Yo, that was so funny. All right.
Those who do not know, I'm actually a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Lord of the Rings game coming out?
It's no secret that the biggest scandal in streaming has been view botting this year. But one insider claimed that 430 of the top 500 streamers on Twitch are view botting.
That's crazy.
Boo!
I should do it. I could be just 431 of the top 500. So why the fuck not? Like, that's crazy, bro.
This is far from a new
Nobody actually read the story.
This is far from a new phenomenon. This is far from a new phenomenon, but it's just extremely common where people will immediately pass judgment on something based purely on just what the headline says. If it's only 10 words, that's the only 10 words they need to see in order for them to form their full opinion on it without knowing even a single iota of detail around it. And today, a buddy of mine sent me this. And before I read the headline, I thought that picture there was just McLovin playing a new character or something.
Wait. It says, pet owner forced driver who killed his dog to dig dog's grave at gunpoint. I should shoot you now for it. New York Post posted this. All right, what happened, boys?
Then I read the headline, pet owner forced driver who killed his dog to dig dog's grave at gunpoint. I should shoot you now for it. And my friend sent this to me saying that it is sad that this guy is about to go to the slammer for a long time for this, most likely. Basically just sympathizing and saying that, pets are members of the family, so his reaction is, understandable. Hopefully he doesn't, have his whole life ruined because of this negligent driver who hit and killed his dog. It's entirely, the driver's fault. And I have dogs. I love dogs. I've grown up with pets my whole life. I do treat them like members of the family. So it's easy to see a headline like this and get, emotionally invested in it. And I saw a lot of, YouTubers and stuff commented on it saying, based, he's done nothing wrong. Free this man right now. This is super, rational and justifiable. So naturally, I did what I thought was normal as the next step, reading the story. Because I thought with so many people commenting on it with such strong condemnation of the driver and support for Alberto Joshua Hernandez, this must be a pretty clear, open and shut case of the driver being fully in the wrong here. This guy must have just been like a lunatic flying down the road. He ramps himself off of a parked tow truck, Dukes of Hazzard style, and just flies in like a fucking missile and blasts this man's beloved pet on the sidewalk. But that's not the case at all. It's extremely clear after learning more about what actually happened here that everyone who's commented showing support for Alberto didn't bother to read beyond the headline, because this guy's a fucking psychopath.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked products that are trending all over the world, basically validated by AI from a trending product database from one of the top vendors on the planet. And the reason that we can do this completely free for you is because, Shopify is paying me to do it. You've probably seen me before because for the last year, Shopify has loved the AI paired software that we built so much that they've been paying me to build people just like you, complete beginners, a completely free store. Now, again, it's free for you, right? Shopify is paying me a commission to do it. And if you don't keep your store for more than 90 days, I don't even get paid. But your store is still free, right? And after 90 days, it's still your store. I don't own a percentage of the store. I don't control the store. It's yours. You can delete products from it, add new products to it, all that good stuff. It's your store, okay? Not only that, I'm going to give you my courses completely free. I'm not going to try to upsell you a bunch of courses. I know you've seen gurus trying to sell courses for $1,000, $2,000, so on and so forth. I can afford to give you my courses for free because, again, Shopify pays me when you use this software and open up a Shopify store. So you get a free store, right? I get a commission from Shopify, and Shopify gets a new merchant to their platform that's being trained by me. It's a win-win-win situation. All you have to do is click here right now. I dare you to do it. I dare you to see if it's free. You're going to go to the next page. You're going to create a free account. You're going to get a free account to our AI software that's going to build you a store in the next 20 minutes is ready to start taking orders. The sales pages are going to be done. The product descriptions are going to be done. The products are going to be uploaded to the store for you, ready to go, ready to start taking orders. The custom theme is going to be uploaded with banners for you. It's going to be ready to go. It's weeks of work and thousands of dollars worth of design done for you, all by AI, completely free. The only thing that you have to do is create your own Shopify account. And again, the reason I'm able to do this for free is because Shopify is paying me. I'm awarded as the most innovative commerce coach in the world by Shopify. Shopify follows me. They like a lot of my ads. And this is something that Shopify is 100% aware of and loves. That's why they're paying me to do it. So you can go pay somebody for a bunch of courses. You can go pay somebody to build you a store, or you can just click here and let our AI software build it for you for free. And you'll have an epic, professional, optimized store ready to go.
Police documents say that he forced the victim to dig a grave,
Sorry about
withdraw
that.
money from an ATM to compensate him and reveal a home address. Now, according to an arrest document obtained by our team here at KLTV and KTRE through an open records request, the victim went to police station for a voluntary interview.
Not going to play too much from like the news coverage of it because, again, I recently just had a big hoopla for showing a news clip. So I'll just show this very brief section. But the driver had been driving home. He had hit the animal. He then pulled over and he then like even tried to like fix his bumper. But after hitting the animal, he stopped, he pulled over. And pretty soon after, that's when Alberto arrived in his truck, which leads me to believe the dog was not leashed or anything. It doesn't seem like he was walking the dog and it got away from him or anything. Like that's not how it reads here. Seems like the dog was completely unattended, just roaming free on the road willy-nilly. Alberto arrived pretty soon after the hit, it seems, and pulls the gun on the driver and then orders him to carry the dog's body to his backyard. He takes his phone and everything, his keys, so that way there's no chance for him to like escape or wiggle his way out of it. He then digs that grave. Alberto goes inside, grabs another gun, and then forces the driver to take both of them to an ATM to withdraw money to compensate for the dog. Alberto, after receiving the money from the driver after going to the ATM, then takes a picture of his driver's license and warns him that he might be hearing from him again for more compensation if he feels it wasn't enough. And then the driver goes to the police, and that brings us to this story. So, here's a nice little, like, write-up on it, the bullet points here from a Twitter user who broke it all down. To me, this sounds like a guy who found a convenient excuse to rob somebody. I don't see how anyone could make a sound argument that his robbing the guy and then threatening to rob him at a later date after getting all of his information is in line with like a justifiable response to what seems to be purely an accident, where a dog that was not attended by Alberto or Alberto's mother, completely off-leash on its own, running out in the road. Like, I don't see how anyone could say that Alberto's reaction to that is rational. He's either a dog shit pet owner who just lets his animals roam around freely, or the dog unfortunately got out from the backyard or the front door or something and then ran off unattended into the road. And that kind of thing fucking sucks, but it is an accident. It doesn't sound like the driver is doing anything like malicious or evil. It's not like the driver just drove off after hitting the dog like he didn't have a care in the world. He just puts it pedal to the metal like, yeah, celebrating, I just killed that dog, 2 thumbs up, whoopee, or anything like that. The driver did pull over. After hitting the animal, he pulled over, he got out, apparently even tinkered with his bumper. And then, I do think the timing is interesting, how Alberto just happens to pull up at the scene here, pretty soon after the animal got hit. That's so odd to me. Now, another person that happened to arrive at the scene was the mother. According to the news report, the mom also arrived there and witnessed her son with the AR.
The two then drove back, and the affidavit goes on to say that the victim's mother had come to the scene and parked near the victim's vehicle. She saw Hernandez with his rifle, according to documents. Police say that the video from the ATM shows the victim withdrawing the money and then handing it to a passenger who was holding a gun.
Something seems very fishy here to me. Now, it seems like they were still close to the residence here, considering that the driver was ordered to carry the dog back, so that leads me to believe he walked the dog's body to the house. So, if that's the case, why is Alberto just hanging out in the truck watching the dog run around freely? It'd be crazy timing, a crazy coinkydink if he just happened to pull up right after the dog got hit near the house. There's just something about the timing in all of this and the way that he handled it after the fact, where he literally robs the fucking guy at gunpoint and then threatens to come back at a later date to take more money, that just paints a very different picture than a dog owner who's just overcome with like grief and trauma after his dog got hit, that he now pulls a gun and asks the guy to dig a grave. It's very different when you get the whole scope of what actually happened here. And you know what? I'm just gonna let it rip. I'm going to be honest and say what I thought when I finished learning about all of this. It almost sounds like it was a setup. It almost sounds like this was by design here. That Alberto would let the dog run around freely here, staying close by, so that way if someone did hit the animal, it makes it very easy for them to kind of swoop in and immediately capitalize off of the person who's probably already shaken up about hitting a fucking dog, and then put a gun in their face and start demanding money, this and that. Like, I think there is definitely that possibility. I'm going to be honest. That's how it kind of read to me after I learned more about how this happened, after the headlines painted as this dog owner pulled a gun after this traumatic incident. It's definitely a little different once you hear more about it. But the crazy thing is, even the people that do get the full context, because I saw, like, even that comment there that broke it all down, people under that were like, he's definitely in the right, doing the clapping emoji. Ah, so he's innocent. Good. People just so willing to excuse kidnapping, robbery at gunpoint, and the threat of more robberies in the future, all because, at best, this was an accident where the dog got away and unfortunately ran out in the middle of the road that a driver couldn't stop in time and unfortunately hit. But again, there's no evidence to suggest the driver was doing anything malicious. No evidence that he was impaired, not paying attention, or driving recklessly, anything like that. Pulled over, everything. But at worst, I think this could be legitimately like a setup from Alberto, or he's just a dog shit pet owner who lets his animals roam around unleashed. That is also on the table too, because that's becoming very common, where people don't leash their pets, and then it's everyone else's fault if something happens. I just find that perspective of people still okay with his response to this, you know, robbing him at gunpoint and then threatening to rob him more in the future after taking a picture of his driver's license so he got all of the personal information on the guy so he can go back at a later date and steal more. I find people that think that's okay and rational to just be scarily deluded, just so disconnected from reality. I love dogs, and I would do anything for my pets, and if something happened to them, I would be beyond angry. But if something happened to them because of my own negligence, like if one of my dogs somehow got out and ran in the road and got hit, I would be more angry at myself than the driver in that case. Assuming, of course, the driver wasn't, you know, like impaired or doing something like reckless and wrong, you know? That is on me. And the literal last thing going through my noodle there is robbery. Like, how am I going to now rob this person? How am I going to get them to take me to an ATM so they can withdraw money for me? And then also I need to make sure I get photos of their driver's license so I have all this information so I can come back at a later date and get more. Like, that would not be something that would be going through my head in the grieving process. And I don't think it would for most sane people.
I would have to agree.
But we continue to get more insane every single day. So there are hundreds of posts just like this one with open support of Alberto Hernandez, even knowing full well about the robbery at gunpoint and the threat of more robberies in the future. Like this one says it's a warning to the lawless and careless when society fails to protect innocent lives, dog, children, and decent citizens. Americans will take matters into their own hands. You fucking goober, it's his fault. That dog was roaming around completely alone, unattended, no leash, no nothing in the middle of the fucking road. He's the one that failed to protect the innocent life of the dog. That's his failure. The driver unfortunately hit the dog, but did pull over. Didn't just like leave the scene or anything. It wasn't lawless or careless or anything. He fucking pulled over and then stayed around and even like worked on his car there. Like, what are you even yapping about? There are so many people like this, though, where because this man's dog was hit and killed, it now entitles him, in their eyes, to murder that guy and then take all of his money. Like, he is totally justified in their eyes to do that, even though it is his fault that that happened in the first place. If his dog was leashed, that wouldn't have happened. If he did a better job of monitoring his dog, if it, like, got out, it wouldn't have happened. And you know what that's called when that happens? A fucking accident. It's crazy, the state that we've devolved to, where people just look at things so black and white. This guy's dog was hit, now he can kill. In fact, he should kill. And if he does, there's nothing wrong with that, I support it. That blows my fucking mind. Especially because I already know beyond a shadow of a doubt, these same people will turn around and insult others for not leashing their dogs, like at the park, like if they have a pit bull or something, which is extremely irresponsible. Like not leashing your dog around others, I think that is completely inexcusable. And I imagine all of these people right now would agree. Yet in this case, they just plugged their ears to that piece of information about the dog being completely alone here to just roam the streets by itself. It doesn't matter to them now, because now the dog is unfortunately dead, so that means the dog owner must be totally within his right to rob at gunpoint and potentially rob further at later dates the person that was driving the car, whom I don't believe was fully responsible for this, because it seems like a fucking accident where the dog, being, again, alone, not under the care of the pet owner or anything, ran in the middle of the road and unfortunately got hit. And the driver, again, did pull over and everything and was still there at the scene. So I really feel like everyone that's like saying based and super supportive of Alberto here either didn't read the story or are just so fucking far gone mentally that it's scary. Anyway, I just had to yap about this a bit because I was...
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline. The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what most people believe, it isn't because of laziness or poor discipline, but it's a lack of direction and purpose that leaves you feeling stuck and overwhelmed. That's why the highest achievers set micro goals, small actionable...
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
All right, y'all. Daddy duties kicking in. It's time for me to spend some quality time with my kid. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for showing up. How was visiting your older brother in college? Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Shout out to you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on a Saturday. Play some Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Play some Call of Duty. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, y'all. Get outside, touch grass, do something fun, do something cool, do something uniquely you. Have a good time.
We not done.
Don't judge yourself for being uniquely you. Hold it down, man. You deserve everything that comes your way. The love, the joy, the happiness, the success, the peace.
Work it out, Jeff.
Deserve it, bro. Keep up.
Hold up.
Doing you.
You're now rocking with the best. They call him DJ Jazzy Jeff. They go.
Keep believing in yourself.
Hey.
Trust yourself.
Cool Square said, get it off your chest, Jazzy. Get it off your chest.
Guys, love you. Universe.
Hey.
And when you look at Little Voyagers all of history, everything that he knows.
Alright, you kids get to bed. I get the story. The best lady.
Smile more. Smile often.
You all tucked in? Come on. Now here.
Once upon a time not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy.